his former chief ethics lawyer.
Because our Constitution prohibits a United States government office holder from accepting presents from foreign governments. So these trademarks are going to have to be looked at very carefully to make sure that they are routine trademarks.
She's made it clear you're going to be looking at Hunter Biden and his financial entanglements with foreign countries, including China. I want to put up a front page story from the Washington Post this morning detailing Jared Kushner's ties to the Saudis. After helping princes rise, Trump and Kushner benefit from Saudi funds, a $2 billion investment in Kushner's funds from the Saudis. We know that former President Trump has also received funds related to the Saudi golf tour. Will you be investigating that as well?
I think everything's on the table. Look, we're investigating Joe Biden.
I'm confident.
And Hunter Biden has denied any illegal business dealings.
I'm cooperating completely. And I am absolutely certain, 100% certain, that at the end of the investigation, that I will be cleared of any wrongdoing.
For 5 more trademarks. 4 of them were approved on Sunday. The products include child care centers, sunglasses, and wedding dresses. A 5th trademark that covered brokerage, charitable fundraising, and art valuation services was approved earlier this month. The applications for all of them were filed in 2016 and 2017. The White House advisor shut down her brand last year. The critics say the trademarks could help her revive her business after her father leaves office.
American foreign policy revolved chiefly around what was most personally, politically, and financially beneficial to Donald Trump and his family. And look, for all of America's many sins in foreign affairs through the years, it was a level of institutionalized corruption we'd never quite seen. Secured a $2 billion investment from a fund led by the Saudi Crown Prince, a close ally during the Trump administration.
Last weekend, we got new details on how Jared Kushner and the ex-president have benefited from Saudi money since leaving the White House. Kushner, who had cozy relations with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and led the push for his father-in-law to prioritize a relationship with the Saudis, including making it the first foreign trip, received $2 billion from a fund chaired by the Crown Prince known as MBS. Nice work if you can get it. The ex-president also benefited from Saudi-backed tournaments at his golf course and a Saudi real estate company's agreement to build a Trump hotel in Oman. Sounds like a member of that committee, Jamie Raskin of Maryland, has now renewed a prior request to Kushner for documents related to, quote, reports you improperly traded on your government position while carrying out the Trump administration's foreign policy in the Middle East. Raskin this week asked Comer to co-sign the letter. Congressman Raskin joins me now to tell us Comer's response. Congressman, good to have you on. So what is the status of this inquiry in your House committee?
Well, the inquiry began in June of last year when we demanded these documents from Jared Kushner. We've had no substantial compliance. He's been, completely dodging our effort to get at the truth of it. We've been working on it for the last 8 months, but now all of these new details are out. The $2 billion, the fact that he started his new company the day after the Trump administration ended. 99% of the money, as far as we can tell, comes from Saudi Arabia. The advisory board to the Saudi Sovereign Investment Fund said, don't do it. Don't put a dime in this. These people are untested. They just created their business. But Mohammed bin Salman overrode them and said, we're putting it in with Jared Kushner. So the question for us is, what did Saudi Arabia get? Did it get protection for all the human rights abuses, for the war against Yemen, for the blockade against Qatar, and for specifically protection for the homicidal crown prince when he ordered the assassination, kidnapping, dismemberment of Jamal Khashoggi, which you'll recall the Turkey and the CIA said clearly was done by Saudi agents, and Donald Trump and Kushner helped to cover the whole thing up. Trump bragged to Bob Woodward, we saved his ass. And
meaning bin
when
Salman.
Pompeo went over to Saudi Arabia, he saved the crown prince. And when Pompeo went over there, he said, remind him that he owes us. Tell him that he owes us. So we want to know exactly what did Saudi Arabia get. We know that Jared Kushner got $2 billion out of it, a $25 million management fee every year, which is basically like an annuity on $1 billion. So that's a very serious business that raises profound problems about conflict of interest, and indeed the Constitution and the Emoluments Clause, which says that nobody who's in federal government, a high-ranking White House official like Jared Kushner or the president, can take anything from a prince, a king, or a foreign state without the express permission of Congress. And Congress never